a luxury escape, a floating paradise, a dream vacation. For some, the thought of a cruise means fine dining, turquoise waters, and total relaxation. For others, it sparks dread. You might picture a ship packed with retirees, a claustrophobic box drifting on the ocean, or worse, a floating petri dish of sickness. These are the myths that have defined the cruise industry for decades. But the truth, it is far more surprising. Did you know that over 90% of cruise-related incidents are not caused by storms or mechanical failure, but by something much more predictable, human behavior? The real dangers are not the waves. They are the people. This is a deep dive into the 20 most stubborn cruise myths, fact-checked and busted. If you have ever dreamed of taking a cruise or sworn you never would, this countdown will change the way you see them. Subscribe now because number 17 will shock you, and number 1 will completely change the way you view cruising. The stereotype is clear. Gray hair, rocking chairs, shuffleboard. But the data tells another story. The average age of a cruiser in 2024 was 46.5, and dropping. Over 1/3 of all passengers are under 40. Modern ships are adventure hubs. Water slides, rock climbing walls, surf simulators, even skydiving tunnels. Royal Caribbean and Carnival design them as floating theme parks. Still, the generational shift causes tension. Social media is full of posts showing younger families clashing with retirees over space and noise. The myth of cruises being for old people is fading. But in its place is a new challenge, keeping peace between very different types of travelers. The idea of feeling queasy for a week scares many away, but today's ships are engineering marvels. Giant stabilizers act like gyroscopes, keeping the ship steady even in rough seas. Worried? Book a midship cabin where motion is minimal. Ginger chews, patches, and carefully planned routes help too. Cruise lines avoid rough seas whenever possible. Yes, viral videos of giant waves do circulate, but experts agree. Motion sickness is far less common than the myth suggests. Ironically, you are more likely to feel dizzy once you step off the ship onto unpredictable port conditions. At first glance, cruise prices look outrageous. But when you factor in hotel rooms, restaurants, and nightly entertainment, cruises often cost less than land vacations. Some budget sailings start under $100 per night. Yes, extras like Wi-Fi, cocktails, and shore excursions add up. But for retirees, some now live on endless cruises because it is cheaper than assisted living. The truth? A cruise can be affordable, but only if you understand the fine print. This one sparks endless debates. Many believe cruise ships are the biggest polluters at sea, dumping waste and burning dirty fuel. The reality? It is complicated. Older ships did have a terrible track record. Images of garbage dumped overboard decades ago still haunt the industry. But modern regulations and technology have forced massive change. Today, most ships treat wastewater to near drinking standards before releasing it. Some recycle more than major cities. Fuel is the bigger challenge. Heavy fuel oil is dirty, but lines are investing billions into liquefied natural gas and hybrid systems. Norwegian, MSC, and Royal Caribbean are building ships designed to cut emissions drastically. Are cruises perfect? No. They are still resource-intensive, and critics argue greenwashing is rampant. But the myth that all cruise ships are ocean destroyers ignores the strides being made. The truth sits in the middle. Cruising has a footprint, but it is shrinking, and the future of the industry may depend on proving it. Hollywood loves this image. One misstep on deck and you are gone. But railings are high, safety rules are strict, and accidents are rare. When someone goes overboard, it is almost always deliberate, reckless stunts, climbing railings, or worse. Statistically, you are more likely to die in a car crash on the way to the port. Still, viral missing passenger stories fuel paranoia. The reality, falling overboard is not the main risk. What happens with thousands of strangers on deck often is. Norovirus outbreaks once made headlines, cementing the idea that ships are germ factories. The truth? Outbreaks are rare and usually tied to passenger hygiene, not the ship itself. Modern cruises have some of the strictest cleaning standards anywhere. Sanitizer stations, non-stop cleaning crews, and post-pandemic upgrades make ships safer than most hotels. In fact, studies show you are more likely to catch norovirus in a land-based hotel. Ironically, airports pose a much higher risk. You have seen the photos. Jam-packed pools, endless buffet chaos. But newer ships are designed with better passenger-to-space ratios. Multiple dining rooms, pools, and lounges spread people out. Still, perception is powerful. Social media posts about wall-to-wall chaos go viral. Some passengers even admit hiding in their cabins to escape crowds. The paradox is clear. Ships are less cramped than ever, but the myth persists because social media loves extremes. Many picture being trapped in a tiny windowless box. Yes, interior cabins are small, but modern design tricks like mirrors, lighting, and layout make them feel bigger. Suites, on the other hand, can be massive apartments with balconies larger than hotel rooms. Most importantly, cabins are not where you will spend most of your time. Ships are filled with open-air decks, lounges, and restaurants. Claustrophobia is more about perception than reality. The nothing-to-do myth is decades old. Modern cruises are the opposite. Rock climbing, spas, dance classes, cooking demos, live music, comedy shows, lectures. The options never stop. If you are bored on a cruise, you are not looking. Some passengers want pure relaxation. Others chase nonstop activity. The industry now balances both. Yes, buffets exist, but they are just one option. Most ships also offer gourmet dining, steakhouses, sushi bars, pizza joints, and rotating menus. Budget lines may keep it simple, but premium dining is booming, with celebrity chefs designing menus. Today, cruise food often rivals top restaurants on land. The real challenge? With so many options, food fatigue becomes real. Images of tuxedos and gowns scare people off, but most cruises today allow casual wear. Formal nights are optional. The bigger shift is etiquette. Social media debates about loud Bluetooth speakers or poolside behavior show how dress codes are evolving into respect codes. The Titanic's shadow still looms. Many believe ships sink easily or crime is rampant. The truth? Cruise ships are safer than most cities and even safer than flying. They are built with redundant systems, constant monitoring, and medical staff on board. Crime rates are statistically very low. Still, fights or disappearances make headlines, fueling fears. The reality, danger exists, but far less than most assume. All-inclusive is misleading. Yes, meals, accommodation, and entertainment are included, but drinks, Wi-Fi, excursions, and premium restaurants usually are not. Luxury lines like Virgin Voyages and Regent Seven Seas are moving closer to true inclusivity, but most passengers face extra bills. Always read the fine print, or risk a shocking final tab. Solo travelers once faced huge penalties, sometimes paying double. But that is changing. Many ships now offer smaller, cheaper solo cabins, and even host meetups for single passengers. Cruising solo is no longer rare. It is a rising trend, and this myth is officially outdated. Some dread noisy family chaos, but many ships offer adults-only decks, and lines like Viking band kids altogether. Traveling during the school year reduces family crowds too. Online debates rage. Some praise kid-free zones. Others embrace family cruising. The myth of kids everywhere is not always true. With endless buffets, weight gain sounds inevitable, but cruises offer plenty of healthy options. Fresh produce, lean proteins, lighter menus, gyms, pools, jogging tracks, and yoga classes make staying fit easier than expected. The truth? Whether you gain weight depends more on your choices than the cruise itself. Old-school cruising meant strict dinner times and assigned tables. Today, dining apps let you book when and where you want. Private tables are simple to request. Yes, long lines happen, but overall, technology makes dining far more flexible than in the past. Critics say cruises are tourist traps, but excursions often include walking tours, cooking classes, and local markets. Port-intensive itineraries can pack in culture fast. Yes, some eco-claims are debated, but the idea that cruises are not cultural is outdated. Like any trip, you get out what you put in. Images of sinking ships haunt people, but modern vessels are built with advanced safety systems and strict oversight. Statistically, major disasters are extremely rare. You are far safer at sea than most people assume. Here is the biggest myth of all, that a cruise is just a vacation. The truth is, it is a floating city, a self-contained ecosystem with its own rules, laws, and culture. It is a world where your choices ripple outward, affecting everyone on board. For those who made it here, type safe return in the comments. It is our way of knowing you are one of the sharp ones who stayed until the end. These are not just myths, they are glimpses into a hidden reality, where old assumptions fade and new expectations rise. The next time you see a cruise ship, remember, with the right knowledge, you are not just a passenger. You are navigating an entire world at sea. Stay tuned. We will keep exposing the secrets cruise lines do not want you to know. And when you board your next ship, you will do it prepared.